It's a rivalry that defines the sport. One that everyone points to when asked what makes a good or classic rivalry in college football. The Scarlet and Gray against the Maize and Blue. Two diametrically opposed programs who will meet again to continue a rivalry that has had everything from Heisman statements to pepper spray at midfield. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Ohio State's offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. Those winged helmets flew up and down the field as Michigan won in a blowout last season.
It was a beatdown, and the team up north did some spanking to the team down south. And this was already talked about. This is already a rivalry that you get bragging rights. But when it's a one-sided beatdown and you're Ohio State and you had a year to simmer on this, you better respond.
Ohio State got spanked by giant paddles, too. I mean, that was all over the place. And I'll tell you, Michigan, they came out on fire offensively. Explosive plays. They put their speed on display, and they're going to try and do that again this game.
The give to the tailback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air. It's Reddick. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. So Michigan's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Looking for room, it's Harvard. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. And the Wolverines want to move quickly.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Here comes the heat. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. And Ohio State makes a ton of highlights with the big pass plays, but this defense has turned in its share over the years, too.
So many guys that we could go back. The Bosa brothers, Chase Young. Just recently, the guys that they put their hand in the dirt and they go make things happen, get after quarterbacks like you see right here.
And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. The Wolverines will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Was too much. They get him at the 15. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking deep down the right side. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
That's just a better job by the defender. He knew he was going to get challenged in this game. He knew these receivers had speed and they were going to test him. Nice job by that DB knocking it away.
To the air. It's Reddick. Got a man. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive. The Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Complete on 3rd down. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I mean, I can go back to 2006 when they were 1-2 in the country. You know, like, these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place. This is over.
They're just plowing ahead. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Firing to the right, complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy. First on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and then throw it. This is a guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball in the backfield.
You know, on a play like that, 3rd and short, as a quarterback, you're looking for your easiest throw and your shortest throw, and that's to the tight end. He's a big target. He makes the catch, and now the drive stays alive.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, the offense.
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. And the Buckeyes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Quarterback sneaks it ahead.
Well, they try to go quarterback sneak, and I know to a lot of people that's a play we all take for granted, like it always works. Quarterback sneaks are designed to get just 1 inch. Somehow you've got to come up and do it. But the defense there, David, they bowed up and stopped them.
Did a great job. Listen, everybody knows what's coming. You know it's a quarterback sneak. It's still hard as heck to stop, but nice job by the defensive lineman. Get off the football. Don't allow them to go backwards. Don't push you backwards at all. And then what do you see with linebackers a lot of times?
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So here comes the Michigan offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Give to the back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. And the Wolverines will hustle to the line. There's so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one was... And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Back to pass, it's Callaway. Pressure coming. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. The Wolverines line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Hauls it in. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So
he's looking deep. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
This is a great play by the defensive back, and I think one of the hardest things to do as a DB is you're covering a receiver deep down the field, your back's to the play, and you've got to turn your shoulder, locate the football, and then swat it away. That DB did an outstanding job in coverage.
He'll do it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The Buckeyes will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. Oh, he's got some space. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking to throw, it's Callaway. Gets it out fast. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. And the Wolverines come to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. And you want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on them.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Working that left side.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
From the gun to give, looking for room. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, what a game this guy has been having, living in the opponent's backfield. Already has 2 sacks in the game, and now
always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. That type of pressure on the quarterback, that's vintage Ohio State, right in keeping with the legacy that's been established by the Buckeye team.
Yeah, and you take pride in that. You own that legacy with all those guys you see performing at a high level in the NFL. Man, you see that, you want to go get it. Recruiting guys to fit those profiles. That's why Ohio State always has a good defensive line.
Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. The Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Well, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking for a man. It's Reddick. The short hands. It's Garrett. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Facing a third down and short from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes a hit as he fires. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The Buckeyes will punt it away on fourth down. And the returner will be brought down. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Nothing but punts as a result of the first three offensive drives, hoping this one gets a little more done. From the gun, running back gets to give. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. And the Wolverines moving quickly to the line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Going to swing it on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Romero. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
From the gun, running back on the move. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Wide receivers all over the place, trips to the left on 2nd and 7.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Looking to throw, it's Callaway. Oh, they're after him! Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. The Wolverines decide to punt it away. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Hit as he throws. Got it in the middle. It's Ali. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab and a nice gain, gets it to the 35.
Really nice throw there to get the first down. And, you know, when you think about Ohio State quarterback play, especially here recently, it all comes down to efficiency. You have to make good decisions. You got to read the defense, and you got to be accurate. When you think of guys like Justin Fields, C.J. Stroud, guys who went in the first round, that's what they did. And this guy right here, I think he has the ability to be a first-rounder in the future.
I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on first down.
And these tight ends are so good at understanding zones and where to sit down. And listen, it's not the huge gain down the field, but it's always death by 1,000 cuts, small gains, break tackles, and continue to move the sticks.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to run for it. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it.
Man, the offense did not get enough. They got to understand the sticks. Maybe he should have thrown that on the RPO, right? It's tough. You've got to read that really, really quickly. Now brings up a 4th down decision time for this offense.
I think that's a big advantage of having a tiny quarterback, right? Is he can find little creases to wedge his body into to pick up short yardage plays like that on the QB sneak on 4th down.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. The Buckeyes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Looking to pass. It's Reddick. Working that left side now. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Broken up, incomplete, and nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Back to pass. Under fire. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
2nd and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody?
He did not make it. A stone wall on 3rd down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important, down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Looking downfield, it's Callaway. Here's the pressure. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Complete to the left. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They got it down to the 21. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. He's got him. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. I think that receiver really had 2 choices there. Catch the ball, or he was going to wear it in his chest.
Yeah, he's going to be maybe taking an ice bath after too many of these curl routes and catches them in the body like that. This quarterback has a cannon.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Michigan.
And finally, the offense strikes, man. Puts a drive together, gets points right at the end of the first half. Kudos to their defense keeping them in it. Now you got some momentum. Figure some things out at halftime. Right back in this ballgame.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Just enough time for one final play in this half. They'll give it to the back. Powers through the defender. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. They'll immediately call timeout. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll run it from the gun. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room for halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when the Wolverines and Buckeyes get together, and a fun first half to boot. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Michigan and Ohio State plays out.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot. And this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow
fires one high and deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Wolverines send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Back to pass, it's Reddick. Finds his man, it's Ali. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Now the play fake. Pulls it in. It's Ali. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. And the Buckeyes look to do some damage in the red zone. They go to the ground. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The pull and throw off the RPO. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So here comes the Michigan offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Quickly to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. The Wolverines are in the hurry-up. Looking downfield, it's Callaway. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Harbor. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Middleton. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Gerbach or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Greasy, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those things.
So now it's 2nd and long.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the 1st down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Looking for a man. It's Reddick. Makes the catch. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. It's a seam wide open. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
Rides to back and leaves it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. The Buckeyes are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1.
And stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is...
Picked off! What a play to set him up! Going the other way, and he's got room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. And the sudden change magnified for this defense as it's 1st and goal. Go straight ahead. He's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Ohio State is dotting Michigan's eye as the Buckeyes are firmly in control.
And Ohio State, you know, they've let a few get away from their rival in Michigan, and they're trying to get that back. So they came into this one with a chip on their shoulder. They're not always used to being in that position when they play against Michigan. But, David, in the second half here, it's all Buckeyes.
Yeah, and you know you got to be physical. When you play the Wolverines, you know the type of brand that they play. Ohio State has matched that physicality. They have been ready. They were ready for the game, and they've handled business.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Rides the back on the option, the give. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Wolverines racing to the line in the hurry up.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
From the shotgun, the inside give. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Unloads it left. It's complete. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Wolverines are on the move.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back. He's at the 30. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They have it once again in spectacular field position, cashed in the last time, and even better this time around.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Turning it on! They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Buckeyes trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He'll keep it himself. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This should be the last play of the quarter. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Ohio State! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting. Knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And he takes this from inside the 5. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. And you just want to go back to the locker room. You want to get in the ice tub and start healing for next week.
Here's the heat. Finds his man. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Wolverines will line up to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Power football with the run. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
And they're able to get him on the ground.
And I love this because you got second and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get third and manageable. Nice job getting the run, not only a positive run, shoot, you almost got the first down. Now you're set up for good success on third down.
He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Handoff from the gun. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
He wants to change this route. The Buckeyes have this offense rolling. They want to run this quarterback. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The play action fake. Gets it out quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it. just a few. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. He'll do it himself on the draw. Did everything he could to discard the tacklers, but he was just able to get back to where he started. And they'll send out the field goal unit. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. One drive has already ended with a field goal. They'll try to do it again, this time a rather long one from 46 yards out. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the first down. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Gilliam. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Shoots it to the left. Complete downfield. Breaks into the open. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. The game may be the best rivalry in college football, and this year, the Buckeyes will hold the bragging rights. That